Hey guys, what's going on? My name is YellowSwellow. You can call me Dennis. Either one is a pretty cool name. They both have benefits to each other. You know, one's shorter, the one rhymes. But to the point of this video, today I have a battle for you guys. I'm using an OU team. My opponent is also using a pretty standard OU team. And, you know, enough of me just chitter-chatting. Let's get into this battle. I have my Tyranitar because this is a sand team. My opponent has a Rotom and he tricks me right away. He wants to get rid of my items and he gives me choice specs, which is fine with me. Because here, I kind of, like 95% sure he's going to think I'm going to Celebi. So I'm gonna go into Landorus. I could have been that guy. I could have gotten Hydro Pumped, but I didn't. So I'm not gonna regret anything. Here, I know he's not gonna outspeed me, so I'm gonna go for U-turn. Maybe thinking he might switch, but for sure I know the Hydro Pump's coming this time. So I'm gonna go into Celebi. Celebi is my main counter to Rotom Wash because you know resist stabs and you can hit back really hard. And here he decides to trick me, the Chople Berry that he got from my Tyranitar, thinking that he wants my leftovers instead of me, just having a leftover instead of him, because he wants that and gives me a Chople Berry. But I predicted the Ferrothorn switch in, so I went for Hidden Power Fire, and you know that just works terribly for me. But here he decides to Volt Switch, and he goes into Jirachi, which is like, because now I stay in and I go for Giga Drain because I'm an idiot. But really now, come on, Dennis, pick up your game. Anyways, here I decide to stay in, take one hit because I know Celebi can take anything on the physical side because Celebi is a monster. And I see Fire Punch and I see leftovers, so I'm thinking it's probably a bulky Celebi, probably with maybe Stealth Rocks, Fire Punch, Body Slam, Iron Head, Wish. I don't know, some kind of range of those kind of moves. So I go into Skarmory because I'm safe. I'm not gonna get hit by any like special like weird kind of Jirachis like Thunders or anything. But here I go for spikes. I kind of see the Starmie coming in. I have to switch. I'm scared of the Thunderbolts, but I am forcing the Rapid Spin, so that's a benefit to this. I go into Tyranitar, and for some odd reason, I don't have Pursuit on my Tyranitar. I was like, when I saw my Tyranitar, I was like, why don't I have Pursuit? And you know, for some reason, I just don't have it. So there we go. So I go for that Choice Specs Crunch. It does nothing to Ferrothorn. I was really hoping he'd think that I have Pursuit, so he would stay in, and, you know, I just annihilate it over Crunch, but that doesn't happen, so, you know, now I have to pick up my game a bit. Here it goes, Ferrothorn, he sets up rocks, and now I have my Celebi. I go for Recover because, you know, just in case he switches, I can just go back up to full, and, you know, either way, I'm gonna go back up to full. But, here's the Rotom Wash. And, you know, it's going to Volt Switch because it just wants to, you know, get out of there. And now here comes the Dragonite. I kind of just Thunder Waved it. Whatever, you know, I was pretty 90% sure he was going to Volt Switch. Not really into what. But I went for Thunder Wave and I hit Dragonite, which is awesome because now I wasted his Lumberry. And then I Thunder Wave again. I kind of was not expecting a sub to go up. So, you know, I was kind of free to go for Thunder Wave. But here's the Starmie. It's really annoying because it can just completely screw over my whole team. But, I have my Tyranitar in here. He double switches into Jirachi. I have to go into Skarmory, and he Thunder Waves my Skarmory. So now my Skarmory is kind of a little bit less, kind of a little worthless now, because you know it's Thunder Waved. Skarmory doesn't really rely on speed that much, but it really hurts having it paralyzed. But here I go Spikes. Starmie's in here. I know it's gonna Rapid Spin. It has to Rapid Spin. I can tell by his playing style that he does not like entry hazards on his side. So right here, last time he did go into Ferrothorn, so this time I'm going to go for that Choice Specs Fire Blast. It does kill it because at the beginning of the match, Rotom Wash tricked me some Choice Specs, so that's going to kill Ferrothorn off, and here is when the killing sprees continue to happen. I switch into Skarmory because if you predicted my Celebi to take the close combat, that could have been a bad situation, and you know, I'd rather have Skarmory dead because looking at this, Skarmory is paralyzed. Terracion's probably banded, something's gonna die. But now I can go into Landorus and I can scare out this Terrakion. So now we're 5-5. But my Landorus isn't scarfed. I'm trying to play it off the best I can at pretending it is scarfed because I know that could come in handy on his Dragon Knights if I do it correctly. So here, you know, Celebi is just chilling with that onion head going on, and Rotom Wash just Volt Switches. I'm at pretty low enough health where I'm gonna have to recover. So you know, it's really whatever. Celebi's at a decent amount of health, but you know, I'm just gonna switch here into Tyranitar. I know I can take anything because you know the stand is up. He goes for an obvious Ice Beam, not trying to overpredict here, and you know, he's trying to kill off my Celebi pretty much. But now I take a Hydro Pump, and then here I went for Ice Beam. I don't know, for some odd reason I thought Dragonite was gonna come in, and I would have been like the sickest guy ever if I caught the Dragonite on the switch. Come on now. I get some mad props for that. But it doesn't really matter because I know I can take down Starmie in a bunch of ways because Starmie isn't that big of a threat. But he does get a Thunderbolt on me, and that gets me paralyzed. So that's going to pretty much put my Rotom Wash as kind of useless because Rotom Wash is kind of paralyzed. Paralysis is such a good status to have on a bunch of Pokemon, man. So now my Rotom Wash is paralyzed. I can't do much with it. I decide to stack it this turn because I don't want Celebi dying. Celebi is going to be a bigger part of my team, especially because my Rotom Wash is paralyzed. But now I go into Terrakion, and you're not a big threat. My Terrakion is actually Scarf, even though we all know Scarf Terrakion kind of sucks. It doesn't really suck, but I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that Banded Terrakion just has way more power. He doesn't know I'm Scarf because he kind of just switched in Sacrifice Rotom Wash. So I'm going to keep my, Landorus and Terrakion because those are big pieces, and I try to keep Celebi alive, but it kind of died here. He does believe I am Scarf because I did play off pretty nicely, so I can go for Earthquake. He wants to know what I'm going to lock myself into, so Earthquake. And here he comes in Dragonite, and because of earlier, it's not at multi-scale, so Hidden Power Ice will knock it down at a low enough range where after 2 turns of Sandstorm, there's 1 turn, so it has 2% left, and Landorus is going to die, but Landorus, you did an amazing job. Good freaking job, and because of Sandstorm, Dragonite is dead. Terrakion versus Terrakion. Because of the damage on my Skarmory, I know he's banded, and I am Scarf because I kind of like Scarf Terrakion. I like using it, and I work with it pretty well. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's battle, and until next time, stay delicious. See you guys. Thanks for watching.